So expectations for tonight are fairly simple. I think it's a great opportunity for all the players tonight, especially for some of the young guys that are on my team, basically to see how they've been taking everything that we've been giving them in training on board and actually applying everything in a game situation. Actually learn the English game and kind of see how they've progressed as players. And then, tonight playing against a lot of the players that they train with all the time, and try and it's an opportunity for them to move up to the next team. We always talk to them about trying to take somebody else's shirt, trying to get that position or the spot that they want. And tonight's the perfect opportunity for them to prove themselves against some of the older guys or against some of their competitors for the position that they want. So in the past with the RIASA derbies, from my experience, it's always a competitive night because you're playing against your friends. You always want to play well against everybody and just kind of have, almost like bragging rights of beating them, but also trying to, like I said before, of taking their position. Especially when I was younger and playing against some of the older players that have been here, it's a great learning experience. Playing against the larger, more physical guys and more experienced players, it's a great learning experience for them. And it's kind of what I'll be saying to my players tonight, is to try and play simple, try and play the way that we want them to play, but also pay attention to the other players around them that they're competing against, try and learn as much as possible.
So expectations for the games tonight, I'm expecting the guys to, number one, work hard, number one, put in the game what we've been going over practice these past couple of weeks. It's very important for them to take on what we've been kind of talking with them about and having them, bring in those key practices from the training sessions into the game. Expecting it's a derby tonight, so I'm sure it's going to be a high tempo match, intense, very, very intense game from previous experience as well. As I've been fortunate to play in some of these games, I know that there's a lot of stakes for them. So not only you're playing for bragging rights to you want to be able to brag to your friends that you won the game and that you were able to win the derby, but at the same time you're here playing for positions, you're here playing for spots. So for the players who are right now a step ahead, it's important for them to keep performing the way they have, to keep that jersey and try to get even higher. And for the players that want to be performing at that level, tonight is a good opportunity, especially in the derby, since you're going up against them, to come in, step up, prove yourself, and show the coaches and everyone that you deserve a spot and to work hard to gain a spot on a better team and just keep getting better. Messages for me for the team tonight are going to be, I expect them to work hard on the pitch, wins the second balls, and more importantly, just be smart about holding your shape, being on the pitch, and just kind of giving it your all. Work hard. I'll be very happy with them as long as they give 100%, and I'm sure we'll get a result from that. Tonight is a good, starting point to get the season going. Make sure that from here we can move on in a positive way. Get a win tonight, and work on that and work from this win hopefully tonight, and then just keep going forward and getting better as the season goes on. Tonight's game is going to definitely be a good opportunity for the guys because I believe it's definitely going to be the toughest test so far from the beginning of the season. So this is going to definitely be a good game for the guys to come in, prove themselves, and make sure that they're setting a tone for themselves and getting a space for the rest of the season and trying to move on from there.
I think in terms of expectations, we're now 6 weeks into the season, had a good pre-season behind us, so the expectations are really to see some of the work that's been done over that time period, over those last 6 weeks, both defensively and attacking wise, and then also on set piece as well, just to see who delivers in terms of job roles they've been given and the targets they've been set. The importance of the game for me, especially with the environment that we've created, is there's competition, and there's competition in every training session, there's competition in every game that you play. So from my point of view, I think competition for places to try and get into the first team, and everyone who's in these two squads really should have that ambition and set that as a target for themselves to push on and to try and break into that first team, that first 11. And obviously tonight's a great opportunity for me to and the other coaching staff to assess where we feel people are, and obviously for those that are doing well, they'll get pushed up, and they've got an opportunity to sort of showcase the abilities if they produce on the night. So from my point of view, I think the competition's healthy, and so far the competition and the understanding of the environment that we're trying to create from all the boys has been a positive reaction all season long. So yeah, looking forward to it.
So the question to you, and I don't want any particular responses, and this is the challenge I'm setting you. The question to you guys is, what do you think I'm going to be looking for? Okay? Like I said, don't need a response, just have that in your mind. Yeah? And there'll be, as always, gents, the guys will speak to you in there, they're not going to set you up any differently than we normally would. There'll be 4 phases of the game. Okay? We both be playing similar, if not the same shape. There might be little tweaks in the game, that's up to Shane, that's up to Matteo. Yeah, but generally speaking, you're going to be set up the same way. It's going to be 4 phases of game as usually are, which is in possession, out of possession, in transition, and set pieces. Okay, and you'll be assessed based on what we've been working on, nothing new. Yeah, what we've been working on. Okay, the target for you all, obviously, is break into the first team. Yeah, or if the minute you find yourself in the third team, you make a step up and break yourself into the second team. If you're on the bench, when you come on, and you will come on, can you get yourself into the starting lineups? Yeah, that's the target for all of you, and will be all season long. Yeah, I've spoken to you about competition for places, competition within the academy doesn't change tonight. Yeah, it's a proper game, 4 3 points, and you play for performance. Okay?
Gotcha.
First thing first I want to say, just make sure, at the end of the day, I know it's a derby. I know it can feel a bit relaxed playing against people we train with every day. But remember, it's a league game. 3 points up for grabs. It's all on you guys to go out there now, keep the standards high. Remember what we worked on, transitions, all that kind of stuff we've been working over. Hold your shape, nothing goes through, all right? We have a lot of pace up front with Trent, Ryan, and Sanaj. So especially in transition, we should catch them out a lot. So let's make sure we get that. Second thing I'm gonna ask for you guys, work hard. Work hard, so win second balls, press. Let's make smart press. And just remember, it's a derby, so if you guys win, it's fucking bragging rights. You wanna win against them. I wanna brag against Shane all fucking night long tonight. all night long. All right? Make sure you're in the second team right now, right? I know a lot of you guys are itching and you guys wanna move up. You guys wanna go in the first team. Prove tonight that you deserve to be in the first team. More importantly, prove to them that you're above them right now because you're better than them. So go into the game, set the tempo, set the pace, and let's enjoy ourselves, all right?
Yep.
It's about getting in here, yeah? For you guys, it's about getting in on Wednesday. And keeping them in there. Okay, so his last message, absolutely crucial. Okay? Enjoy, all the best. Go boys!
It's going to be pretty short and simple. Everybody knows kind of the opportunity that's today, because the game is here to be won, but most importantly, shirts are here to be taken as well. You're here to prove yourself tonight against your other players that you're supposed to be on the second team. Go out tonight, prove it to everybody here. Tactically, pretty simple, everything we've kind of been going through. In attack, be simple on the ball, be calm on the ball, spread as far as you can, make the pitch as big as you can, and look into JP and Lonez high and wide, look into those empty spaces in behind. Defensively, it needs to be as compact as possible. Trey and Luis talking the whole time. Organize everybody in front of you. Make sure everybody's working as a unit. Other than that, individually, I'll go through some things in a minute, so I shouldn't set these. Other than that, go through if you want to be in the second team. That's pretty much it.
Christian.
Yeah.
I'm Colin. Your first name? Kenny, I'm Colin, nice to meet you. Shirt number, Kenny?
Guys, as you are recognisable.
behind him every time. You get that.
I'm gonna give you like 10, 15 max balls, right? These are ones keep it. Get in. Come on, boy. We're in.
You guys can just slow each other all game.
Boy, discretion, tough. No,
They're not pressing. We're gonna push. They're just pressing in that.
Make him run. Matt. John. Hey. Kick it. Hey, boys. Just real quick. Good? Yeah. Alright. I agree. Yeah. Good. 5-0 up. Can't really complain much. Not much to 5-0 up. You guys are doing good. Keeping the ball well. Attacking space well. Knowing when to play forward. The only thing I'm going to say, I got 2 bigger complaints on long balls a couple times. Either we don't get the time on it right to go and attack the first time, or we just let it bounce a couple of times and then come at us. Can't let that happen. Better teams are going to, attack us on that. Second thing, at times, you just get a bit scrappy, a bit sloppy, and kind of, I don't want to, not in a bad way, but kind of drop it to their level. We can't drop it to their level. We gotta keep it at our level, and we gotta give more and more. Other than that, I think we're fine. All right?
Yeah, good job, boys.
Keep going.
Touch the whole fucking time. Work defensively as a unit inside. So, Eder, actually I'm going to bring 2 back in. Eder and Ish go as a 2. And then Edwin go up top. Or not up top, but up to 3. Trey and Luis especially, I need more communication in the back. Especially between the 2 of you and the ones in front. So Sanaj is drifting around there every time. Pass it on to one another. In front of you needs to stay tighter in. As a whole 11, stay in and make them play through you. If it goes long, so be it. Make them play through you because you keep playing in between the lines.
Yeah, the problem you're having, gents, is once they've settled down and started playing, you're trying to get pressure basically from there to there. Just look at the pitch. Yeah, and even this is a small pitch. Look how much ground you've got to cover. So you're trying to cover the full width of the pitch and the full depth and height of it all at the same time. Yeah, you've got to pick and choose your moments. Okay, I'm talking the first 20 minutes from that vantage point to you and to them. Too much running, not enough football. Yeah. And what's happened is you lot have run out of gas after 25 minutes, and it's allowed them to start playing football. The problem is then, because they're moving you around more, you've got to keep running again. So you've run yourselves into the ground to compete, then they're getting it ticking and moving and playing, and you've got to run even more, and you can't keep up that level at the minute. Okay, so you've got to use a little bit more of this and try and use these a little less. Yeah. So what we're saying is, or what Shane's saying is, if we're going to get pressure in the areas you need to get pressure, which is with the fullbacks and with Kenny, yes, the changes for me, the right one to get somebody around him to stop them swinging you about so much. Yeah. But you can't do it right away in the final third. You've got to pick your line and say, this is where we're going to start from. Okay? Now where we're going to start from is going to be the thirds. Yeah? To be honest, if it continues to get played through, you might need to readjust and reevaluate and say, actually, we're going to do it across the half. Yeah? And then when we get it, we'll look to play on opportunities in terms of the counter-attack. Yeah? That's just game management, fellas. That is on. That's a lot of what we talk about. That's game management. That's in-game. It's too much in terms of getting pressure up and down the pitch. We need to sink in a little bit. We need to get together. We need to be compact. We need to be harder to break down. Okay? Now, at your age, yeah, we've got a lot of young faces in here in terms of first years in. So they're looking at the senior boys, but you're 18 years old now as a minimum. Okay? You know enough about, or you should know enough about the game at this stage to be able to go and execute a change in tactics, a change in game. Okay? So it's a mid-third to start with. See how you go. Or maybe even consider a half. Maybe at times. Less chasing, more thinking. Yeah. Last point. In this situation, massive test of character. Massive test of character for all of it. Okay, I've seen what I've seen in the first half. I've got my opinions on that already. I'm now looking at what you've got in the second half. Are you going to go under or are you going to fight? Up to you. It's up to you. Go on, then. Go on. Go on. Self and Gary just having a conversation at the end there. Just the key thing for me was there's things that we went through or go through day in, day out in training. Okay, so when me and him are watching the game tonight, that's what we've got in our minds. What kind of things have we gone through in training this week? What happened last week? What happened the week before? How much of that 6, 7, 8 weeks to now that we've been together have we seen tonight? And listen, it's not all negative. Yes, there's been patches from both teams. Okay, there's been patches from both teams. The bit that I've been looking for in the next games from both sides, not just patches, more consistency, all the time. Yeah, and that's your challenge. That's what you should have in your mind every time you play. How much of the work that we've gone through can you put out on the pitch? Okay, Not what you've done previously with other people, because they might ask you to do something differently in a different way. Yeah, but when you're here and we're watching, we're assessing you all based on what we've gone through. Okay, and I keep saying it to the boys that are in the first team. I say it to both of you teams tonight. Consistency of what we're delivering in your performance. Okay, the more you do that, the better you'll get. The more you do that, the more likely you are to play. Now, I want you to go away tonight, this is as individuals, have a think. How much did you do individually? Okay? What did you get right individually? What did you not do so well? Okay?
Yeah.
Question you got to ask yourself. Alright?
Yes, coach.
Very common, goes 100 miles an hour in the first half. It happens. But credit to everyone in the second half. You came in, listened to what Gareth and I were saying, and actually took it on board. And the second half was much better. Especially defensively, you all worked way better as a unit. Actually worked together. And then pushing forward gave us opportunities and actually got a pin out of it. Yeah. So, not the result that we wanted, but attitude and the attention was right. So for that, absolutely. Best thing now, learn from everything you've done tonight and move forward for next week.
Try and stay in the game, try and win the second half. Okay, now listen, I know you've not won the second half, but you've been a lot more competitive, looked a lot more solid, looked a lot more organised, and actually ended up doing more in the opposite direction as well, because you had a structure. Okay, so I'm in there tonight saying to them, look, the challenge is for those guys at the minute, can they do it consistently? Can they have a little bit more control in the game when they're on top and not be ping pong for the first 20-25 minutes? Okay, challenge to you guys is, can you play your structure more often? Because when you do, you've got more chance. Yeah? You've got more chance. You've got more chance of actually getting yourselves in there. And then getting yourselves in the Wednesday side. There's some of you tonight that come out with credit. Okay? As individuals. Alright? There's some of you tonight who've probably not done yourself justice. And you've got to ask yourself, which one are you? Okay? And again, I keep telling you, we'll assess things, fellas. We look at things on the ball, we look at things off the ball, we look at how you are when it's a turnover, and we look at what you like in terms of set piece. Okay? 4 areas of the game. Yeah? Got to hold your hands up tonight and say, to be honest, they were better on the ball, they were more organised off it. Yeah? You're better in transition. I thought set piece, to be honest, was about 50-50. So I didn't think there was a lot in it. Yeah, I didn't think there was a lot in it. But in 3 out of 4, they definitely had the edge on you. Okay? Now, that's not a criticism of you as human beings, it's not a criticism as you as players, but it is a reality. Yeah? And if you want to improve, you've got to take the information in and you've got to act on it, you've got to perform on it. Okay? That's the game. Yeah? Say again?
Alan, when we leave.
No, he did.
Oh. Can you come take an eye at the C booth? Not do it to us. That's our split.
As usual, stop fiddling, just relax, listen. Okay, good. Right, I spoke to you guys out there at the end. In my thinking, I'm not looking at the result and the game that you've played there. I'm thinking about what's it like if you guys step up. And obviously a lot of you have been involved already. Some of you will be involved later as the season goes. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at what you're doing against in there, I'm looking at what you could do against better opposition. Okay, and that's always the assessment. Okay, the first 20-25 minutes, too much running, not enough thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
After that, better. Got the ball moving, got them moving around, gaps start opening up because they can't cover distances, then you started playing through and play some nice stuff to the end of the half. Okay? In the second half, they change slightly, you've got to adapt to it because they're asking you a different question. So instead of pressing you so high and the gap's opening up, they're just going to sit in a mid block or sometimes even a half block and say, go on then, play through us. Okay? And you've got to answer, you've got to find the answers to those questions. Yeah, again, 20-25 minutes where it's an even game. Following that, the gap started to open up, you started to play a little bit more, but didn't display as much control as I would have liked. Yeah? Okay? Fair assessment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright? Now listen, it's a well done for us for the first hour in terms of the last 20-25 minutes. It's a well done overall, but definitely with every single one of you areas to improve. Okay? And the challenge is, obviously after that, get in on Monday and start working towards a squad that will be playing Wednesday night against Emily. Some of you will be involved in that, others of you won't be. Work toward, and if you're not involved, you're working towards the following week, and the following week, and the following week, and the following week, and that's the challenge. That's going to be the challenge for you all season long. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll have a look at the video before I make particular assessments or speak to individuals. All right, but that's the challenge thrown down to you. Yeah.